regarding the permit, if people think that you apply permit, no protest is wrong, the protest could have come start from there. Then why gala? You know that one thing in common. In order you to protest, you must get a permit, and you know it's a constitutional. So you believe it's wrong. Then why don't you start from that before you go into another one? Number one.
Start from where?
No, all of them believe that the clause that says for you to protest.
Clause minus the constitution there. Go for the.
I said the one that the people that says in order you to protest, you must have a permit. You believe it's wrong. Why don't you start advocating for that public order at first?
And maybe you are not following the.
No. None of them come out to protest about this public order act.
You mean the gala members?
The gala. Okay. Let me come again. Now, when you know,
don't mix the eggs and then the audio.
No.
I allow it. Oh, yeah.
Their interest is aside of what the people of the Gambia need. It's like day and night. Now we talk about the laws.
They're telling you, they're saying for your government to release the list.
And it was, you don't have to.
That is the
Gala. You don't have to thank Gala for this public to come to have this list. You have to thank the government for providing democracy. I don't intervene when you are talking.
Yes.
When we talk about laws of this country,
you are calling my name, and if you call my name,
it's okay. Okay, now when we talk about laws of this country, there was some clauses that was changed in the constitutions. Okay, when there was a change of regime in presidency in 2016.
Yes.
Why was the Popular Order Act not touched when UDP and the co were in the governance? But they decided to take clauses that really.
That's a question to me, right?
That's not you. I'm taking the general public. That was
you called my name.
Okay, you respond when it's
when the constitution was amended. There was some things that was taken out. But why the Popular Order Act was, in fact,
it was ignored.
In fact, Andre Hussein Dawo went to prison as a result of you could have start the campaign, start the fight with that one first.
The Public Order.
And that was never fight for.
Okay.
It is still there. And the other one also, the Journal Commission that we see, the composition of the Journal Commission.
You receive a message from someone.
No, it's not joking. It's not joking. I my jokings.
You receive a call.
It's online.
No, it's okay. It's okay.
I'm offline. I do. Of the Journal Commission.
Okay.
The committee of the Journal Commission also have nothing to do with. Let me just put it in court. When you talk about the presidency, it's one person. Now, most of the people who attack me on social media they talk about NPP. Let me make it clear. By then, I was talking about NPP. NPP was formed in December 2019. Just to make it clear for them. Now, the composition of those in the Journal Commission, as you mentioned earlier, by then His Excellency was very new in the system. You say ignorance is not an excuse of the law. I agree with you 100%.
Yes.
But as a head of states, you are not the one who supposed to or can do everything. You are surrounded by individuals. That's the people that you trust. These are the people that you employ. These are the people that you, in fact, the commission itself, president was not in the commission, was citizens of the Gambia that were put as a commission. Those are the people who went and betrayed the government. They went and betrayed His Excellency, the President of the Republic. So when he said he was not aware of certain things, because he entrusted some people to do the work. So those that are entrusted to do the work have betrayed His Excellency, so he was not impeached. He had no right to say he was not impeached. The in this country doesn't mean everything.
Don't you think he's trying to put
no,
back campaign?
No, back campaign. The other one is and the other one is when the gala was formed. I think young people of this country, it's an advice, including myself. You cannot only make change through the political arena. So these people, what I call them opportunists, because they think that there's something that is wrong.
No, what do you want that word?
Several laws of making a change without being in the politics like the way you did politics. I know most of these people, they went and read radical politics books. They instead of going reading books that I know, they talk about democracy, they talk about peace, protest, they talk about no. In fact, some of the words I heard the way they say, when I listen to the words of their mouth, I know they are quoting from a particular book. I read book too. They have never been any reference from us.
During their office, there was no forward.
No, I said all this. The press release. I listened to the press release. And
was there any forward?
I did not say forward.
Okay.
Get me wrong. I say most of them when they all the words from their mouth. I know this. They read a book.
Yes.
And all the books
what is wrong with
are
that?
radical politics.
What is wrong with that?
They are radical politics.
Yes, what is wrong with
No,
that?
this is not how we develop a country.
So you cannot.
We don't develop a country through the way they do. If you think that you can make a change in this country, try and do it in a very professional and respectful manner. The innocent young people all over in other LRC, they don't need to be, you don't have to inject emotional feeling in them for the sense that the government is doing wrong when this is not the reality. It's not true. They have tried to inject the spirit of the young people that government is wrong and what do is not right for that emotional feelings. People to feel sorry for them. And they have a hidden agenda.
I'm not sorry for
I'm not very sorry for Gala. I was saying,
I'm not saying Gala.
I'm not sorry for Gala.
You are not sorry.
With joint assets, I have said it in all my platforms. It is rather unfortunate.
But for Gala, you are not sorry.
But I'm not sorry for Gala because Gala, the Ima in which they do it is wrong. And when you feel
How do you represent Gala from the young people who drive the mindset of Gala?
No. I just allow you to finish.
When I say Gala, I think I want you to remove the sense of the belief that it's young people. They are not.
So you can have a house that
They are not young people.
So it can,
They are above the age. No, I think it's all true. They are 1%. They are not young people. They are not.
okay. Who is who is a young person?
If at the age of 35,
35.
you fall in the category.
So you
they are
what
all,
you-
they are all more than young 35. Number one.
Who said that?
Secondly, they are 0.11% of the rest of
In
the
fact, the founder of the
They
group,
are not.
the founder of the
My
group,
friend.
the founder of the WhatsApp group is less than even 30 years. I'm 100% so. Ika is less than 30 years.
Yes.
Gala, they are not youths, and that's why they are not happy. All youths are happy.
You are not serious. I don't think you are serious. Before I come to Haji,
Yes.
the parliamentary inquiry, are you okay with that setup? Are you okay with them to investigate this? Anyway, NPP is the one of your National Assembly members, Ablai,
Yes.
is the chair.
Yes.
Are you okay with that setup?
I am one person that doesn't underrate anybody. I don't underrate the works of anybody. Whenever I believe National Assembly know their members more than I do, so they're the one who voted Ablai to be as the chairperson of that committee. And one thing I know Ablai, what we have at least been in a class together for a year. When we were doing our international and diplomacy, we did diploma together. Okay. And Ablai is a brilliant individual. And I see some of his contributions in parliament, it makes sense.
But don't you think there's a conflict of interest?
That's not for me to interpret or say yes or no. What I'm telling here is, these people were not just picked from the street to come and be a chairperson. They were voting within the National Assembly member, and he was the one that was picked out of the rest of the 50-something parliamentary to be the chairperson. So I will not doubt his capability until otherwise. And I will tell you, free of charge. In fact, you can also make it strong with 5 bags of cement. If Ablai went and make something that is not up to expectations of Gambians, I will say it here.
Are you sure you're going to say?
I'm going to say it here. Money. That go. I see Gambia before any other.
No, not in your today's.
Not.
So if Ablai, I don't question competency of Ablai, and I believe Ablai will do it, and I hope Ablai also will do it. I sorry for Ablai, Honorable Rana, with due respect. I believe that you're gonna make that expectation of Gambians, and believe me, you can call us back here one day.
Do you think the president was pressurized to address the nation by Gala?
You know,
That was among their demands.
President of the Republic,
Yes.
have Gambia at heart. So when he sees there's a deemed necessity to do a particular thing, he does. He is not that people who feel big, that whenever particular thing, because of it's not their initiative, they have to wait until otherwise. So we talk about even there's more transparency that is needed at political party levels. We see every single year there are some political party leaders, they went for a tour, when they come out, even the money, people don't know how it even distributed or how they get it.
Which party?
People resign from their parties as a result of transparency. We have seen it, and I can give you a reference.
Which party?
No, I'm not going to go there. I'm not going to caricature a party.
No,
I'm not going to assassinate a party. Let him stick with it about transparency.
There is a direct innuendo. There is a direct innuendo. Huh?
No. Just no. I text Gala. They go into political parties and investigate about their transparency. Many young people. Many people.
These are not paid political parties.
So
You should know.
we are not. All political parties are government.
No, don't deviate from the topic.
But we are.
Their appeal is what we tell tomorrow.
Who is paying tax to us?
No, I'm not talking about tax. I'm telling you. The opinion is tomorrow.
I scanned the next
Yes, exactly.
No, I'm not going to do that.
Which
No, you should. No, you should. You should.
Their names.
I'm disappointed.
I will not mention out of the 19 political party. So I'm not going to mention any party. But I'm telling you, Gara, it's not only if you don't pay tax that you are not put accountable.
No. What I said, accountability is transparent, only accountable to our members.
I'm telling you.
To our members.
You are not loyal to your members. That's I'm telling you.
Are you referring to GDC now?
No.
GDC, I still GDC, not GDC.
No. I'm not.
Maybe it's UDP.
No.
You said not GDC.
Okay. So maybe I think now. Okay. 3 versus 1. No. Let me just tell you one. When we talk about no. Thank you very much, Haji. When we talk about transparency and accountability, I want to put Nyang to understand my point of departure. And before I land, don't cross me up. What I'm telling you is, transparency and accountability is not only that you are paying tax, are keeping you accountable.
No.
You said even your members are the one that you are accountable for.
Yes.
So what I'm telling you, they are citizens of this country, and the most looting and cheating happens in political opposition parties. And you know,
Yes.
many cheat. I was in the opposition party.
He said no.
What I'm telling you is, many young.
No, you were in GDC. You were in.
Only in
So.
No. You get famous.
No. It's okay now.
Not only
I don't get famous. I get NPP.
which other party?
Hold on.
Apart from GDC.
You want me to tell you?
Yes.
I'll tell you right away. Just give me seconds.
Okay. Let's just give you a rating.
Let's go back and use
No. Just give me a second. I was in GDC.
Exactly.
And I was also in GDC.
So you see,
And now I'm in NPP.
so when the
apart from GDC before
No, Haji. What I want to know is
it's only GDC.
no GDC. No, Abuba.
I was in NPP.
No, Abuba.
So you were a green boy.
No, I was part of the movie group boss.
He was part of the Green Boys.
Green
I
boy.
was in APRC before GDC.
He was part of the Green Boys.
Okay.
No, man lu ma bëggoon rek pour mu leer mooy moom ansa na ko mu ne non.
Resign. So xam naa ko gën a xam na ko. ñoom ñu resign mooy.
That's your right.
Because of the party.
No. Let me finish it.
Hello. We'll go back to the topic. I'm talking about the Masabalis going to
Exactly.
Who?
the Masabali.
No.
Yes.
No, I'm talking about that.
What I'm telling you, I don't say people have moved from a party to join NPP. I say people have resigned
Yes.
from political.
That's what I'm asking.
Exactly.
As a result,
Resign.
not transparent.
I'm not going to resign.
Who?
Apply Cham.
Yes.
Now we want to know.
Are you guilty of GDC? Because you are
No. I'm not guilty. You just want to know.
not members of party. No, you want to know.
Okay.
No, you are so defensive that you are guilty.
No. We want to know.
Okay.
Some parties.
We want to know.
We have 19 registered opposition party in this country. 19.
Then
Somebody he is taking it upon himself, mentioning names.
No.
Can we listen now?
Yes.
Can we
So
listen?
you just get it.
Okay, I will get back to you now. Haji, if you have if there is anything that you want to respond, but I want also talk about
many things.
the parliamentary inquiry.
No,
We'll come. Haji, go ahead.
Biba Barakabake. The topic is going more of English and the audience are more.
Yes, in the local language, please. Yes. You can speak Wolof. Yeah.
Dinadomba.
Go ahead.
Bu ante madam da damen wala min ko Mr. Dem ya dam da damen. No.
No, just go ahead. Mulade.
The public order act. Abe mun justify wala min ko bring UDP la mema solbe government. Munad na mango advocate pour we change it because ye loi don't change it. But you know, this is why I like young people to accord themselves with the functions of government. Masaguna tanya. You see, the president is the chief appointing officer. President na if na more appoint more mundi nila bundalem. The chief justice and the attorney general lua kotola in consultation with the president. Wolel ka bidol samba deputy bongo. President of the men ko many afale. Ya fam. Then at that time, yellow men falinge, mbele nga along ko farmana jalo tambaja, the then former vice president, wole la selection or appointment of the president of block on la. and then our age doesn't tally with the constitutional requirement. So President Odungo attack kamuta ola hido nyuno alafta ko yetimale wala winto to appoint to have Fernando Jalo Tambajang as the vice president. So another the Ministry of Justice, the AG, through them, they table an amendment to the constitution that bar the age limit has to be a vice president in the country. Wala na ulua falintaje. So the Public Order Act was an act that the president, was a law that the president campaigned against. So Usain Dabo at the time being a foreign minister, Amadou Sane at the time being a finance minister, Laminda Mudiba late, may God have mercy on his soul, being the minister of local government and lands, they don't have the mandate, the authority to table a bill. You understand?
I disagree.
No, they don't have the. They are ministers.
Okay, just allow him finish here. Go ahead.
There's nowhere in the law that tells you that the minister, the foreign minister can table a legal amendment.
Okay. Just respond to that and we move. It's not the topic today. You just have to respond and we
So ni another ko about the reference. That's telling you the lack of the president's prioritizing the reform he campaigned to do during the time. Because coming after him, he's the chief in charge of the country at the time. So after Luan Mine falling, will fall in Tale. Amana Luan Mine falling, Brim Bota wo fifth legislature. In the sixth legislature, through our National Assembly member, Honorable Suleiman Saho, he tabled an amendment bill of that Public Order Act. But Munaketa, contrary to President's campaign of 2016, our MPP Dibicheru all voted against the Public Order, the draft Public Order Act. Table by the table by
allow him to finish.
Yes, I allow you to flow on this so that the viewers can have a better understanding. But I don't want to interject you.
Go ahead. Yes.
You are not talking to me, but the audience, the Gambian people.
Yes, go ahead.
I'm telling you based on the facts I saw in the public domain, as far as the functions of public officers are concerned. So, maybe the only to go. Whenever students out, Center Badibula Dipito, I feel like in drafting table dibite bumoto pour ya falindiro ko public order act nyin but mbelenga je menketala unanimously all the MPs they voted against it. Unanimous, that's in the report. I'm not fabricating anything against anybody. So Nico ibe jana ko musufa na composition ibe personal bondila wo konola, that is telling you are telling me directly the president is not in charge of the government. Because Jana Commission is established under a constitution. But law konola, it is only the president that the law mandated to establish those kind of commissions. Through the AG. So bring AG offenke and the AG directly in anything he is doing have to consult the president, or the president has to consult that this is what I want to do. So any report with the AG coming up the 9 volumes commission the report. That is where the president committee londi government ministerial committee pour ka fingo wa fojibe. So whether Batamedi is UDP or not, but Batamedi was not chief justice. Batamedi was not never having a UDP membership card. I've never seen him having any. But
how do you know Batamedi is UDP?
But it's everywhere. No, but everywhere.
Okay, allow him to finish.
In the archives, in the records, Batamedi is a UDP member. Yes. Batamedi was identified as president for Yafayamena. I found that Batamedi identified as Batamedi for Yafayamena. President identified Pukato Monkake, Minister of Justice. So at the time, we send out AGT, my party. So directly, President, I have a prerogative I use, Purkamoto, and is competent enough. Well, at the bottom minister. So Nimbatam below Minister, he did a fantastic job. For me, Batam did a wonderful job. You understand? For the Jana Commission, because I believe anywhere you are doing, if you have any shortcomings, the public have the right to scrutinize you and hold you accountable based on your performances. But Batam draft constitution. And he was able to push it until when he resigned. The now minister was not able to defend that draft constitution for your fiber. But to come to the points he was raising, Jana Commission, President Onying is the chief accounting officer of whatsoever. We agree with that. Because sign up the president of Fintila about Telienko. At the Mankala Mutaroke Korda, then interpret the people who were there, they betrayed the president. How can that be? 6 years, 6 to 7 years. Brio report on day. And the form of an hour vital fan. And what of an akola, debate boom and Yingawa, what not a president of Kisula Coltinu at Sila Funi Gala Molia Pinta protest.
So the parliamentary inquiry,
parliamentary inquiry, I don't have confidence in it. And then I have a lot of reasons in some put forward. One is the expertise they have. 2, bring a motion of our read. most of them race. Most of them should have been more bigger than that one. Because you know that there were 10 brand new vehicles. Flying. And they were not captured in this report, in the sales of the Jammeh assets. And in the motion that was tabled by the majority leader, Honorable Beji Tunkara, it does not include the assets that are not being identified or sold by the Jammeh Commission. The mandate is you have to what procedure was taken. San imam menu wafi dum and Jammeh Commission for mo capture in the report of will be nyadi.
Will be and ye mill wafi before Jammeh Commission.
Before Jammeh Commission for before the 50. Will for nyadi. So the select committee doesn't have that mandate to investigate that. Two, do they have the financial economic capacity, expertise to be that kind of a specialist auditor or forensic auditor to audit these people on how, what procedure, what document, what time frame, what type of transparency mechanism should they use to ensure it was done on due process? I have not seen that capacity or expertise in the National Assembly. So that alone, for me, rendered the entire process, for me, a wastage. I cannot call it.
You disregard them that.
Of course.
That they are not capable.
They are not competent. They don't have the capacity to do it. And I maintain this.
On your
until and unless, and I wrote this on my Facebook, until and unless they prove me wrong, that is going to be the outcome of their recommendation. But before even the recommendation of Benin, I can tell you the motion pass tells you, me and you, the interest that we must build more. What I mean, one more kutata. In one more kutata, we call it. If you ever find we should have right to know what was contained in those suitcases.
For gold, for gold and for
diamond. It is gold, it is cash money,
yeah.
It is anything else. Nobody knew to date. And they disappear in thin air. And the National Assembly Select Committee don't have the mandate, they don't have the right to go and
are you sure of what you're saying is
I'm 100% sure of what I'm saying. As per the motion I've seen. I'm not saying.
No, what I'm saying is, you said the 10 vehicles parked with baggage, luggages, whether you.
I can hold. I said
people. I want some of your conversation to be so concrete.
People already came out to say yes.
Mr. Alpha, one thing I like in me. But
you must like yourself.
No. Yes, I must like myself.
Yeah.
And one thing among them.
Yes.
I don't lie. I hate lying. I could be joking.
That's good of you.
But I hate lying. I will look at you and face you and tell you what you can kill me. Because I can do something, maybe you might not like it, you kill me, but I will say it. Even let me lose my life. So when I'm talking about Gambia, I want to consider something that tomorrow it could go against me. So I protect my dignity and my integrity than anything else.
Okay.
For me, I believe politics is only based on one thing. We must face it with a real perspective than deceptive.
You are explaining what the things that the reasons why you don't trust the inquiry.
The second thing is the composition doesn't bother me. But we all knew that one. It's an open secret to all of us that partisan politics has always overseen or overshadowed the national interest. So ning atra ning committee National Assembly because this is a special committee animal law, but the same National Assembly set up a committee the petroleum saga can investigate from their own mouth that among the investigators information leak to the people they should question, to the witnesses.
Witness do can I no camera. They don't have camera.
No, this one will be camera. I'm going to do camera. But I'm telling you,
the other one is disappointing anyway.
When I'm a witness, you've been the investigator. Anything that I should face there as a question, you leak them all to me.
But that's against the law.
Even if why would they channel it to me? No, it was said by, I'm not saying it. It was a National Assembly member who said so. So if that type of
this is where the dishonesty come from. If you think this happened and you are a National Assembly member, we need to wait until whatever goes around. We say this happens. You have the power. You have the immunity. You have all what it takes.
No, whether the person was in the committee or whether the person was in the committee. I'm coming. And this was
I go ahead.
Let's take a name for Jolemi to call. Until National Assembly court. We already know there were serious malpractices in these sales of Jammeh assets.
I agree with you.
So now, why do we waste another public funds to investigate this? When we have police, we have the National Audit Office, we have independent civil society organization.
National Audit Office, yes.
We can. No, they are not part of this investigation. They can only be called as witnesses to help maybe the members, but they are not competent and legally.
But they don't even release the audio report of
the auditors and the police. We have a law here, even in the absence of the anti-corruption commission. We have a law here. You can be charged on economic crimes. A vehicle, motor scrap. Astra engine ni manka de freng. Engine mabuka tato mafere boba. The minimum you can pay for it is 25,000-30,000.
I know.
So men ko man scrap ote. Ibata na asingo jita because ndel be minister asu yo ato. Ikare motor do singo jita. Motor sapoma wala so.
And he said he was in state house.
All of you are in state house. So I will provide you even back.
And you are
I was not there.
Now you are there.
What I mean, we have that in and out there. You understand?
Yes.
But
it was your government.
For me, even if UDP government come, I prefer to be an elected public official than to be an appointed public official. You see, I want to continue the legacy of holding government accountable than to be serving the government and be silenced on matters that affect the nation. So come and follow me to go. If I'm not going to scrabble, ponosimo, wale kaso, wala alampo ala parabriso do lado e crack. Eka wale lo $5,000. 25, 30, 40. You don't have 75 dollars. Well,
Even the bias.
I don't know whether the buyers are going to be like us, but I know the sellers have a big role or a big question to answer.
I agree with you.
Motor simo dama buwa, motor sinkelo jam, 2,000 bukaso. Motor simo, pono simo dama, a tire. You don't have 2,000 as a correct one. How can you buy a whole of a vehicle? A whole of a vehicle. Only with the Sapoma problem, you sell them on 5,000. Why would I tax the National Assembly to do that? When I have the police, I have the audit office to look at the procedures taken, to look at how the process was conducted. And the police, just to prosecute you, based on the laws that we have, exist. We have the economic crime. When somebody committed a crime, economic crime, you can charge the person without even anti-corruption. So, I mean the president. You talk about the minister making that declaration that the government will come with Fenko. That should not be. That's supposed to be a non-starter. Since Mansakunda is modern, they should have come with a press conference with the detail because what I told Batam Media it's contradict what the president said. Batam Media call Mansakunda have all these informations. Let them release it for the benefit of the doubt. Because he has not played any role.
But the government did not say they don't have it.
No, government
did not say they don't have it.
I have listened to the Minister of Information very keenly.
Yes.
On this occasion. And I've heard what the president said.
Yes.
So having been there having all the information.
But there's no way they don't have information.
But the list is not complete.
You have some information.
Why didn't they release the remaining?
You have access to all.
How was the council? Do you have that information?
Okay, the council, I think let me just take a part of it.
I hope you are not going to take what Ismaila said.
Which Ismaila? You know, how to call it? The one who was responsible about the selling of the car is a UDP militant.
Who is that?
You just say allegedly. You know, I don't know.
I'm carrying my target.
So you see, you already have. Okay. Feeling that you have someone in mind. It's not analysis body language.
I'm telling you.
Can we?
I had the minister, Buba, na minister mo ka amor koral to foje.
Yeah, Mandi Mansa.
You know, I said I will not spare any best from you. No, I said
good you are telling me.
I had it.
No, because he just said that today coffee time.
So ako UDP la amadu kora amato kode bara ko man dinking kora guy.
Yes.
So he said he was the one responsible for pricing and selling the scalps. That is false. Ismail lied.
So no. With due respect, no. If you and I don't bring such words.
No. But lie is normal. When somebody
Okay, can we listen now? Can we listen?
Now, no. Let them open you. I'll give you time. Let them open you. Ismail started at coffee time and use more than 10 times that Talib is lying. This is how you use it.
I agree with you.
Just continue from there. I'll give you time. Just continue from there.
Let's not continue from there. What I'm trying to tell you is that Amadou Kora was never hired by the commission. 1. He was never working for the commission. 2. I took my phone when I heard that because you cannot be a UDP member and you are accomplice in this thing. So now, Commandi, nka ko oncle akon nam ko nga fenne moy ado ifin man tam fo pour contrôle fond ngo nga fenne moy copy time bi ako mune mot nga ko nyim fay bringa fay ngo ajeleta ako haji ako nene man nyin si wafi ne man do ko ke but every citizen have the right oxin be fa watu pour yetaja nka ko ha akatara jelata Mr. Jallo something Jallo from the Ministry of Justice wala be or from the civil division of where wala be responsible ka nyuso wafi yata nyuso men ka wafi like 10,000 yata abo wafi 5,000 kaya akayen ko hanide alka nyuso wafi nyamena mankete na be wantere kan. These are not the the man is the element of truth.
No, allow him to complete. Allow him to complete.
That is defensive.
No, allow him to complete, please. Yeah.
Allow me. If I want to say it out.
Yes, go ahead.
So, I want to call. You so call me atia pino ka you so go come plus me na aduata ba ko manki la prasoti. The yanyi nka ala own plus suggestion in his opinion. But it's not the selling authority or in charge of any finance.
Maybe that's how he improved and he was over to him to take in charge. Because he gives the price, in charge of him, no better. Maybe that's how he kept it.
Now,
he paid the price, but the media can access amount.
can we listen?
So that's you for $1,000. You have the bag of almost $20,000. Look at it. Mom, because
Sin.
Okay. So wait. Before Haji,
You've explained. I understand.
I have to correct this thing.
No,
I have to correct for you to understand.
okay, go down. You don't see it. We're coming to that.
Oxen.
You just
So near announce je ate mo bang dingo ti pura kana taje anu ni ko famba bula ndaka sanne fam go ndaka fam mas na tara bende bul mbasana but the problem is force and relax keno wa per latle ba ani mele ya ko le be bagazo press kam munan ne ate atre ye press wo prix di wala amon ko dama banko dingo beta ay men tan nalo am ayaji be ko alim bank alim ni so ma an ni so afla ma tede den ala press o ni opinion no ni di but adu wa per la bulla ata inta wala garata ba ma fa fe mala de ata fe ne ka fam. So now that you want to come to
I understand your point.
yes, yes, them now is fine. Them now is fine.
It's okay.
Yes.
Yeah, you want to respond to him? Yeah, we
Yes, now I respond, Mom. Right, just I'm not long, you know.
Alpha, all due respect,
Yes.
NPP don't have the moral authority to say political parties are corrupt. How do you build your bureaus? Where do you get your pickups? Who is funding your party? Nobody. So you have the moral authority to ask people about this.
Now,
You are never
Yes.
This is never transparent.
yes, so, yes,
Okay.
yes, Haji, thank you. Haji,
Let's allow Nyang to talk.
Haji,
Let's allow Nyang to talk.
them.
Okay, let's allow Nyang.
Loolu wa gana ñeme wolo ko déglul man mu ñeme ma wax wa tono bi léegi dem léegi na ñoo léegi na ñoo léegi am na fi
That will have resigned because of there is corruption in GDC.
Which who resigned there?
Yeah, mentioned.
no wait tono they are reason let tono they are reason
But you know what GDC? But you
Bachilika?
no léegi déglu waaw lu ko gëné ji
Okay.
I want you to invite back in the finger. Lamola getting the GDC. Just one part of it.
Buwa.
It's other parties.
Buwa
Bachili told you.
no
People getting the GDC. That was not transparent. Not a GDC.
wa léegi mema da nga war loo xamut même man ma wax no xana nekk no danga déglu léegi danga déglu xam nga buuba comme Bachili boo cite as an example dara réerul buuba si issue boobu
Yes, Bachili.
am telling you dara réerul buuba si issue boobu déglu ma ko de dara réerul buuba si issue boobu déglu rek xam nga ne with all due respect sax duma bëgg a demee foofu because xam nga ne non déglul duma ko dem rek xam nga ne duma ko dem because non déglul because xam nga ne yow mooy yow da nga ñëw yundoo deelu
Man, you jaga.
non déglu ma rek déglu ma ñun dañoo toog non waaye foog nga déglu ma non foog nga déglu ma ñun dañoo toog
You know what?
yow da nga ñëw yundoo dem soo mënuñoo nekk benn ñun luy xew non déglul ñun luy xew GDC su nekkee ne xamee nañ la fa su nekkee xamee nañ la fa laa
Wow.
période bu ñu la xamee ak période boo génne GDC benn la
Why? You want
waaye léegi waaye non naa ñëw si yow waaye comme bu baax gis nga about as National Assembly committee waaw inquiry léegi foofu lu ma fa bëgg a wax mooy mën naa xaj am na si yuñ d'accord yu nga xam ne man suma boppa sax ak yiw naa ko in other interviews yu ma am depuis ñu form ko benn bi mooy when it comes to the expertise and the technicalities man dama ko doubt whether ñii mën nañoo extract the needed informations from those yu ñëw as witness because no déglu dang maa may
ñëw su paree
dang maa may dang maa may
go ahead
dang maa may when you talk about the TRRC ñun fa nekkoon soo seedee team bi ni nga ko composé all those people they were competent pour run the TRRC
of course
soo seetee Janneh commission the same thing
TRRC.
non déglu lekk dang maa may
TRRC.
non dang maa may understand even though mun nga am sa A and B understand ne because of lii moo tax waru faro nekk waaye doon ne kooku is not competent to be there te ñëpp xam nañ ci la lay rifaat waaye léegi lu ma am mooy when it comes to this our National Assembly members obviously soo seetee ñoom ñi nga xam ne ñoom lañ compose as a team loolu dama ko daaw trop when it comes to the capacity whether these people dinañ ko mën a execute because si lu ma jot xam góoma ne ñoom on sa meet nañ that competence level pour ñoom ñu war a mun a carry lii as expected to the public ba pare comme lu ñu wax seen mandate because you cannot go beyond your mandate soo bàyyee xel sa TRRC bi ñu bari ñu ngi doon question lu da demuñ woon jamono ñoom jawar waaye ñu ne leen ne that was not part of their mandate te right now luñ fi lette si affaire yi assets still now Jammeh nekkul assets am bi fa génn am na ñu fi toog di la ci affaire yi PA système affaire yi stage ak affaire yi yeneen
you used to have a very big one.
Honestly, why they yooyu yëpp su nekkee ne it's not part of their mandate then obviously ñoom yu nit yi di yuuxu nii yooyu la gars yi di ñëw pour lifin te ñëpp xamuñ ne lan moo fi nekk xaj yi yéen yum side as an example yooyu yëpp is part of Jammeh's assets gannaaw dañ gëm ne state baa ko moom ñii dañ waroon a dem beyond that mandate pour ñu make sure ne mboolem lu nga xam ne gëm nañ ne Jammeh mus na koo moom either it was counted for or it was not counted for ñoom waroon nañ doon am di mandate pour ñu make sure ne dinañ inquire about those ba pare ñu bëree ngee ragal about conflict of interest because soo ko bàyyi xel ñoom ñëpp they are from political parties teg naa we have few independents independents teg naa that's Jatto
Is Jatto part of the commission?
yes Jatto is there Janyambude he is part of there so ñu bëri tamit ñu ngi xelaalu ba pare yaa bu nga xam ne expect nañ ko when we already have institutions waaye dama ragal gannaaw Haji raise na about the national audit bi président bi leeral na ko ñoom is an opinion institution no I déglu nag
opinion.
No, lu ma lu
How you define opinion? How you understand opinion?
It depends. Why don't I déglu?
The president is a mere opinion.
Si danga déglu.
Could be bad.
Danga déglu exactly. Danga déglu. So xam nga lu ma mooy ñun National Audit Office dañ ko war a because xam nga we don't need it now because already president bi downplay na seen all efforts moo tax National Audit Office amul luñ fi audit president bi jël serious step towards that. So when it comes to the police, maybe I'm not question. Why? I'm not dama yaakaar understand even though yi yëpp they are concerns yu nga xam ne raise naa ko with this commission waaye dama yaakaar ne with this commission because yi am people from different political parties gëm naa ne one way or the other tamit maybe ñoom tamit at least dina difficult maybe pour ñu gis nit ku nga xam ne because Ablaye Cissé he is just fortunate to be the chair waaye ñi nga xam ñeneen ñu nga xam ne maa si ñoom Madi ak ñeneen ñu nga xam ne they are also part of the commission.
And the PDI
yes
guy,
yeah, Suwaneh is there. So dama gëm ne
Alhaji Mbosa
Alhaji Mbo also is there. So dama gëm ne lu mu bon at least maybe dinañ am luñ jot a discover lu nga xam ne xamuñ ko woon from the commission even though these are concerns. So moom yu moo raise when it comes to the GDC yàlla dafa def lu bari xamu ko si parti bi. non déglu ma léegi déglu ma ñoom ñu ngi wax ne ñëpp a resign tey soo la ca woon docteur Sabally du la wax ne dama resign because of affaire yi xaalis te ñëpp xam nañ docteur.
It's only because of being a minister.
yes ñëpp xam nañ lu tax docteur mu resign pause yu mu def time yi 3 years jot na yeneen ñu mu def time yi di draft constitution yii yëpp xam nga ne is a news to him because you are far away from the system. No, déglu nag may ma soo ne Bathily man ak keneen loolu agiw nañ ko fi du benn du ñaar du ñaar. te ñëpp gis nañ issue bi. Abdoulaye Thiam si boppam soo ko fi ooyoon mu nga xam ne mooy seen national youth president. yaa no sorry national youth spokesperson. Yes the youth wing spokesperson. soo ko fi ooyoon moom si boppam du la wax ne base of that moo tax waaye lu mu bon Kandeh is different from the president because Kandeh soo ko wax lu mu am mu ngi koo delloowaat back to the askan waaye ñun ñuy fay suñ tax to the government at the end of the day fu ma dugal suñu xaalis. non danga side example. non yow moo tax may la ne danga ko ji ko ragal a wax bàyyi man ma wax buwa ba ma dimbale ko xam nga these are the individual lu nga xam ne the party gave them an opportunity.
Gis nga
These people don't have no belief or regards for anything. Exactly. So when you lack the moral ground or the moral authority, today you are in NPP and tomorrow I'm seeing you to be in another party. Because your politics is about interest, it's not about belief. So this is the difference.
Okay, go ahead.
Now, what about one more?
you don't see that.
Yes.
No, I'll give you 1 minute.
No.
Yes.
Gis nga buba ñun we are young people. Te buñ nangu politician use ñu. Buñ ko nangu. Because I'm going to buba man I have a future. You don't know Alpha. Understand? I have a future.
But you are in NPC, you don't begin to now NPP.
I'm gonna my problem. Buba man suma ay moromi ndaw su ñëwee di xee lu nga xam ne man suma boppa wala any genuine Gambia mënut a toog ne ñii luñ raise as a concern lu tax ñu war a protest kan mooy taxaw mu ne was not genuine no one.
I did not say genuine.
Use that word ne it was based on cheap popularity. That's what you said. Moo tax ma ne ko de bu nangu politics. Understand? Bu nangu politics yi wala politician you la use. Because this is exactly what I have seen. Because what you were here towards that gala was not genuine. And you are a young person. So we expected you to say something. From the comment,
Be rationalist. You are inside emotional feeling.
When it comes to them and others, their politics is more about what is serving their interest. But it's not about what is the interest of this country then.
I want to thank someone.
And this is what I have seen.
Okay.
Aja Fati, thank you so much.
No, wait.
Stars. Now I'm coming to you. Aja, yes, thank you. Please tell us stars. And Bucks Sekai. Is it Bucks Sekai? Thank you, Bucks. Bucks, thank you. No, Aja, he's coming. Go ahead. You got it.
What I'm going to say is, when he said,
No, go to the local language.
you then know for you GDC, wala ñun we are following our personal interests. For life started. No hala rek. Luma indi GDC.
Ñaata months.
Hala luma am na fa yes.
Months.
Man mo nekkoon APRC.
Months.
APRC. I have never had a membership with APRC. I was young, going to school, following Green Boys. You gotta say I'm NPP. No, I'm not an info guy. No, but I was in Gambia. When you say you APRC.
Yes.
Just support.
No, but what he said. No, remind him what he said, Buba. You need to remind him what he said. Yes. APRC and GDC.
because I was kid 8 years, 7 years.
Haji, can you listen? I want us to.
Now he's in his start.
I will. But I want to remind you.
I want us to listen
Yes.
with mature, intelligent
And
politicians.
that's exactly what you have.
No, don't
Now,
worry.
I'm not going to interject in any post.
But you are doing so.
Now, allow me to express myself.
Because it's your turn.
Now, I'm going to.
No.
When I said, when APRC was functioning, I was in school. We do Kanilai family, and other stuff. I have never had a registration. It doesn't have to be.
No, but you
I
confirm
just support them.
You confirm.
I have a membership.
No, membership Membership means that
Now, GDC, what
Exactly.
GDC? Now, let me tell you what brought me to GDC. Umar Sise and Alaiso.
Which Omar Sise?
Umar Sise, the former parliamentarian. Umar Sise.
Nyamina is.
Nyamina, the people's
Yes.
parliament. And Alaiso.
Yes.
We were in the same class doing international diplomacy. And most of my area of focus was on protocol. Alaji so approached me physically telling me that we need a protocol officer in GDC. As I'm doing it in class, I also needed to practice. If that's the opportunity, I will embrace it. And when I was going, I don't even go with alone. I came with my colleagues, three of them, and they were all ladies. We went and joined, and we do our functions as protocol officers.
So that was the reason.
Now wait. And the reason of me leaving GDC was so clear. And it is whoever here you know. We went to a GDC. I know one thing about me. There is never a day you sit here. I speak about no. I have never speak about a political party on all grounds. I'm not going to do it at all. There is no secret. There's nothing I'm going to say about GDC. I left GDC and I left GDC. And I left GDC as a result of I did not fit in
but
that
you
particular
broke.
party.
But you broke.
No, I never.
Yes.
No. When I said about there's some that are corrupt, he said, let me mention. I said, I'm not going to mention. He said, I said, people resign.
But you mentioned no. You
No, when he only said it, I said, you said,
No. You are the one that mentioned the GDC.
no, and let me make it clear.
No.
My entire duration in GDC, I have never benefited from GDC. You said I was there for interest.
No. What? No. You are getting it wrong.
No,
You are getting it wrong.
secondly, no,
Where have I benefited from GDC money inside the military? No.
they never sacked me. I sacked them. GDC, my man is sacked.
And the party will give you an
I was
opportunity.
using my own car.
No. Buwa. He said something here.
I was using for
He said something here. He said he was leaving diplomacy.
my Honda was spot in GDC.
Buwa.
No, it's for them.
Okay, now let me talk about opportunities here. When I come to NPP, up to date, those who are with NPP, I sat in front of the young people.
No, Haji, wait. I have a very good question. Yes.
Now listen, ask me.
We don't have. I can ask.
Buwa, I have a question.
That's a neutral question.
Buwa, I have a question. Buwa, I have a question. Which is very genuine. No, allow me. Let my question. No, I appeal.
You can
I appeal.
Don't sit. It's hot, but sit down. I know it's very hot, but sit down.
I'm very okay to receive any type of question, and I'll go ahead.
We have to go back to our topic now.
Yes.
When you said you did not come to GDC because of interest, when you were
It was that.
just
No, let me go. Buwa is asking my question. Exactly. You need a practical experience.
Opportunity.
exactly.
If you are looking for a job and
Yeah.
someone employ you,
Yes.
It's not an opportunity.
No. You want a job. You want
Okay, fine.
you needed that.
Yes.
So you got calling.
So you needed a part at one point. At one point you needed a part. At one point you needed a part.
Can we listen?
When you need
At one point. Yes. You needed a part. Okay.
Now let's
Yes.
go to Kurang's case.
No.
Kurang's case. No, please. I'll get to it.
Let him come first.
No.
I'll give you the opportunity. I want to answer please. Yes, go ahead.
No, I didn't have questions. You go ahead. Yes, let me go ahead.
Please. We don't have much time, please. We don't have much time.
I will never run away. I want you to come and
So let's go to
So the issue is,
Yes.
you mentioned very important and interesting.
a question, not a comment.
That's a question.
Yes.
Were you in GDC as a member or the GDC as an employee?
No. It's different employee. Jidis did not employ him.
Was that as a pro?
You have seen no employment. You can constantly be an employee of a
I came there. I came there as a member, and in the membership, I was there as a protocol officer.
No. You were recruited as a protocol officer. Or were you recruited has to be a GDC bona fide member?
I was a GDC member.
From the two.
I was
You said you were not a member.
And all the people in executive member of PEC, they are members.
So why
They are designated. Why I was designated as a protocol?
No.
But you said
opportunity has why the opportunity has the convincing factor?
How?
Why the opportunity being the
It
convincing
was
factor?
the availability only. Now,
So without so now
please. So now, Haji, can we listen now?
you call the Ghana opportunity.
Okay.
I know.
tell me,
Please, can we listen now?
No, exactly what is in you. It's exactly what you think is in Kala. I'm telling you. What is in you is exactly what you think is in Kala.
Can we listen now? What is your take? Ami Bensouda mungi what demand Quran to
What he
apologize.
destabilize me.
Oh, Muyobugo, just this is just in 2 minutes. We're going to because the time begins.
I'll give you less than a minute.
Oh, thank you so much. So what is your reaction to that?
That's what he felt. That is a necessity for him to take him to court, and he is trying to take him to court. If court think it is not true, let him also do the same thing. It's between them. It's between Bensouda and Kura. It's not between me and any other person. In fact, we no interest on that area.
Okay, thank you so much. Nyang, what is your take on that?
No, Haji, no.
Okay, Haji, go ahead.
Yeah, as usual. As usual.
No,
Let me make my comment. No, let me make my comment. Let me make my comment.
Haji, go ahead.
Let me make my comment.
Go ahead.
Anyway, I believe it's a personal choice and a personal decision between Council Bensouda or Council Army Drami Bensouda and then Mamadi Kuram. It's a civil suit.
Yeah.
Although for me, I have my own personal views as far as when you occupy public position. I believe in accountability. Without any kind of mercy, I believe in accountability. So, continue to that and that. Anyway, but it is
Raise your mic a little bit. Yeah.
More panala nyantole mu ni alon ko gondwale beje me alon ko it goes against defamation. So ni alon ko moy tot nyala ya samba kiti bongo.
Okay.
Ya me samba kiti bongo whether you can prove that it's a defame or not, that's left to the court for decide.
Okay.
Or ngamel lon ko I'm a fan of accountability.
Okay.
I'm not a fan of suppressing any view on accountability.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, bu wadi sim ñaari citizens lañ te suñ demee nag ba nga xam ne kii am na lum gëm ne maybe bina nañ ko si turam te obviously moom si boppam agree with that law bi mee na ko right, and this is not the first time Ami Bensouda is doing such. So des na tamit si kurang su nekkee ne dafa gëm ne am na ground yes, am na evidence on what he has been saying. Yes, mu maintain ground am su nekkee ne nag dem na ba nga xam ne amul ground teg naa 7 days lañ ko jox des na si moom whether apologize na then you faate ko because it happens to a councilor and councilor bi also did the same. So between that councilor and Ami Bensouda, so dama gëm ne issue la bu nga xam ne ñaari concerned citizens la. So at personal level des na si ñoom ku nekk decision boy def kurang su feelee ne is otherwise let him maintain his ground, su feelee ne nag moo tooñ let him apologize because 144 million moo fa nekk moom waaw di ko xaar in case